Chapter Degrassi starts right now. Hey everyone, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Adamo, filling in for Phoebe tonight. I know, not as pretty. I'm aware. But I'm super excited to be here because we are just minutes away from talking to Tristan himself. Lyle Lettau is here live on this couch. And apparently, get this, he's been hanging out with someone from the Kardashians.
Oh.
I don't know what that's all about. We're going to find out more about that when he gets here.
Curious. Plus, this has got me real upset. We're going to find out later in the show what Tristan would have possibly done to deserve that. Plus, here we have our girls. They are just as obsessed with Degrassi as we are. It's Callista and Natalia. Love having you here. Looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, so tonight we are going to do the 4 reasons why tonight's episode was full of shade.
At number 4, Imogen avoids Becky. Becky sets her sights on Degrassi TV, but Imogen blows her off.
This is my problem with this situation. What is Becky's problem? How has she not noticed Imogen's avoided her the entire episode?
Well, she's right there, and Imogen doesn't even acknowledge her presence, and I'm disappointed in that behavior because, like, she was so nice to her the first day of school.
It's out of her character because Imogen, as we know, is a girl with, like, you know, sunshine and rainbow coming out of her butt all the time. Super positive. And so now she's, you know, pulling the Zoe card and throwing shade.
But why is she so angry? Why are they so angry at each other?
Well, I think it's not even angry. It's, like, awkward because of Adam. So
It's guilt.
But they both, you know, cared about Adam. They should be using this as an opportunity to kind of bond over it.
Well,
no?
I think that Imogen should do a religious confession because that's what Becky would want. And Becky would completely forgive her because that's what God wants, and then they could bond
Cleanse
over
her
Adam.
soul.
I agree. The
And
truth
move on.
will set you free. It'll bring them closer together because Becky's very forgiving and perfect and all that jazz. And so then they'll come together and bond and maybe they'll
create Degrassi
I
TV.
sense a little sexual tension. Is that right?
Oh,
Because we know that what Imogen likes, and
We know
there's
what Imogen
tension. There could be
So
something.
maybe they will be making up sexually.
I'll definitely go right in.
But-
Degrassi fanfic later tonight. That's what I'm doing. So.
Is anyone on board with that? Becky and Imogen? Okay.
Why not?
Now
It's
tonight,
Degrassi.
Tristan continued to make a play for Miles, but I think he needs to take it easy. At number 3, Tristan comes on too strong. Tristan makes his move on Miles, but does he want a buddy or a budding romance?
tragic.
Romance.
Would those two just have sex already?
Whoa.
Dude, he doesn't want a guy friend. He wants a boyfriend.
I mean, it's a little awkward, but I sense some flirtatious vibes from Miles.
Well, yeah, Miles invited him over and didn't announce that it was a party. He was just like, you want to come hang out? He made it sound like, he made it sound like it was just the two of them. So
Girls,
Tristan
I
was
love
like,
you.
oh.
You're all trying to make every character gay. And I love this.
It's 2013!
But you know what? Maybe he just wants to be like, they just want to be buddies. It's okay for a straight guy to roll with a gay guy. You know, they just want
I'm
to be
not saying
buddies.
it's not okay. Now, do you speak from personal experience? Could it actually work if Miles actually is fully straight, which I don't think he is?
Let me tell you something. Do not fall for the straight guy, okay? It always ends badly. Beware.
But I fall for straight guys and they end up being gay, so that's why my money's on Miles being bisexual.
Yeah, and
That's what
Miles
happens
is
between
like
us.
throwing out little hints that he might be.
Yes,
like if
very
we're
subtly.
speculating about it, I'm sure it must be kind of true. Please.
I think, did you sense the flirtatious though?
Oh,
from us?
especially by the pool.
Well, yeah, and I
that
think
was
that Miles
cute.
too, like Miles just wants attention, so he's being very vague about his feelings and his intentions. Again, with the party invite and sort of just like, being vague with like, what's shenanigans? Why didn't you just give him a straight answer?
But you know, Miles dated
Straight
Zoe.
answer.
He dated a girl. You know, and speaking of Zoe, actually, I'm actually quite obsessed with her. Because she's my favorite. And she's always like throwing shade, especially tonight. Check this out. She throws some shade at Claire.
At number 2, Zoe cuts into Claire. Zoe invites Claire to a party, but points out her need for a fashion fix.
Excuse me, people. You do not make fun of a girl that just had cancer. Cut her some slack, okay?
That was so mean.
If she does all her shopping at Reitman, so be it.
She doesn't even look that bad. Plus, she's a senior. She's older.
Yes.
She's professional. She's on the, the student council. She's a writer.
She
wants
does it
to be taken
all.
seriously, so she's covering up the
She
creep.
looked appropriate for school. They're
Keeping
not
it
going
classy
clubbing.
at Degrassi.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Zoe, because she's always trying to cut people down a few pegs. She might not even know that Claire had cancer. Who knows? But
She
Also,
can't be
Claire
nice
does not
for
have to
fun.
take that. She's like in grade 12, right? That's
you
like
like
the rule.
Zoe for going after the senior like that, though?
Oh,
like
no, you
insulting?
got me. But here's the thing. Zoe spices it up, and you need that. And Degrassi's the perfect
Oh,
place
definitely.
for drama.
Zoe is my favorite character to
Although she
watch
went-
because she brings all the drama, which we love.
Well, the
but-
best part about this whole exchange, she judges her, but then when Claire actually shows up to the party of Miles' house, did you guys catch this glance? Zoe looks at her and is like, you did good, kid. Like, she would never tell her outright, like, you look really nice, Claire, or you look hot, but she's like, she did it.
I'm
Lauren gave me the
sorry.
same glance
Claire does not need Zoe's approval. Like, who are you? You have, like, barely any friends at Degrassi, and Claire is loved. She's, like, the vice president. So, like, shut up, Zoe. Nobody cares what you
Zoe
think.
should form some kind of a friendship with Claire because she doesn't have a lot of people on her side, right?
That's why she goes into her West Drive character. Like she's terrified to be like a regular schoolgirl. But here's what I love about Claire. She actually throws some shade back. Unfortunately, it's to the wrong person. Poor Winston.
At number 1, Winston strikes out. Winston tries to woo a senior with little success.
Reaction is exactly what Claire should have done when Zoe insulted her.
She might as well
Walk
put
away.
the hand right in
No,
Winston's face.
poor
Poor
Winston.
Winston.
Winston is so cute, and I feel like he's gonna blossom into a beautiful man, right?
It's like she embodied Zoe there with that new outfit that she wore to the party. Plus, she doesn't have time for Winston because she's got all these other things on her plate. It's like she's got to worry about her boyfriend. She's got to worry about the deadlines. She's got to worry about
Forgetting
She
things.
has, yeah.
forgetting things that what she forgot about.
Honestly, why don't we just pitch in all our money and just book Claire like a flight, like a vacay to like Maui
spa.
because she deserves it. She needs a break.
And you know what? I also think, too, that, she's forgetting all these things. I don't think the cancer's back, right? Because all the characters say, like, maybe the cancer's back.
But that's what
maybe
everyone's alluding to.
But
like
I don't think
Drew
that's
and
true.
everyone's
Listen,
saying going to the doctor.
She's been through a lot, like physically, but also emotionally and mentally, and that kind of stuff doesn't just go into remission, Like, she needs to make peace with it. She needs to take some time away.
Do you think it's
too
the
much
cancer?
pressure.
I think she's.
I agree with Dr. Adamo here.
Thank you.
Yeah, like,
Big dreamy.
she went straight back to school right after her cancer. And it's like she
Yeah.
went through chemo, radiation. Like, that is putting chemicals into your body. Like, you're bound to, like, forget a thing or two. I'm sure it has something to do with that. It must. Like,
Allie would love us right now.
yeah.
What? Allie should know what's up.
I
with
know.
anything because
She
she
should be the
created
person who
the
knows.
breast cancer breathalyzer, but that's a whole other thing. Okay, so hardcore Degrassi fans all here and at home, you've seen this chick Lenore on the Degrassi webisode, but you know who hasn't seen Lenore? Claire. Should she be worried
Ooh.
based
What?
on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is her?
When your boyfriend's roommate looks like a Victoria's Secret model, you gotta,
She seems like she's like
care of it.
making it her like goal of their school year to like hook up with
Oh,
Eli.
she wants Eli
Like
so
2
bad.
minutes into like meeting each other, she whips off her clothes. Like, come on, that's
I'm
obviously
just
your
shocked. That was her?
But she's a student. She
smoking
probably
hot. Who
can't
is that?
afford shirts.
Oh, come on.
You know what? There's always drama at Degrassi when like social media gets involved with this
Yeah.
like Instagrams
But, like,
and like
if-
face ranges they see with all these different people. No more social media if you're in love. That's my point.
Well, it's not
Everyone at
going anywhere,
Degrassi.
but like seriously, if I was on Skype and I was Eli's girlfriend, which I dream about, I would have lost my mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, who's giggling? Show me what that girl looks
Show
like.
your face.
But it's not like Claire can actually literally go out and drive to like New York or whatever, right?
Here's what I think's happening. I think
Just
she's
turn
starting
the
to feel
camera.
the
Just be
distance.
like,
Yeah,
She's
I would
starting
be
to
like,
feel the distance, and I think she doesn't want to bring it up. That's another pressure, and she has enough of those. So I think
Yeah.
she's trapped.
Yeah.
You know, poor Claire.
well, thank you for being here, Degrassi Obsessive.
thank
Girls.
you.
What's going on here? We're gonna find out. Plus, Lyle Lettau is here live, so don't go anywhere. All right, he stole a kiss from Miles in Paris, and now I think he's trying to steal his heart. Oh yes, it's Tristan himself, Lyle Lettau.
What's up, buddy? Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Let's sit on our couch here.
Hey.
You look hot.
Thank you.
Look awesome.
Thank you.
So I love it because after tonight, it looks like that, you know, Miles and Tristan do play for the same team after all. Huh?
Well,
But that wasn't a good one? I thought
No,
it was great.
maybe. Well, I heard you saying earlier, like, you know, what's wrong with a gay guy and a straight guy being friends?
Yeah, they just want to buzz out together.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm very curious about that. So, you know, when Tristan's joining the basketball team, and is he doing it for himself or is he doing it for Miles? What do you think?
I think it's a bit of both. I think Tristan wants to explore his options at Degrassi and also explore his friendships at Degrassi. And Miles would be a good friendship, so I think they'd get along well. So I think it's...
Well, they're off to a good start. But
Yeah.
then the steroids come into play.
Oh,
and
yes.
what is up with Tristan in the locker room? Looks like he's considering taking the steroids, even after he's like, who takes steroids anymore? So
Yeah.
what's up with that?
Well, maybe he wants to do better on the basketball team. No, yeah, he's, all I can say is you guys will find out that kind of look right now.
okay.
Right now, I can't say anything or it's going to give away what happens in the next episode.
Of course.
But
I
yeah.
love
But you're
He has some
hiding
tricks up his-
something.
He has some tricks up his sleeve.
Okay.
I used to give that response. I would know, but I can't
I
tell.
know.
But you know what? Here's my guess, you know, because I think back at high school and I think, you know, when you're the gay kid, there's a lot of pressure to fit in with like the guys, you know, and I don't know, maybe that's the pressure, you know, Tristan might be feeling.
I don't even think it's that he feels pressured to fit in. I actually just think he likes Miles, and I think that Miles was nice to him in Paris once they got over their little misunderstanding. So I just think he wants to be friends with Miles, and
Yes, okay, so I'm not sure if you saw After Degrassi last week, but by now everyone knows my theory that I do think Miles is bisexual. I know you're like sort of alluding. See, all the fans are on board. This is what we want. Like, I don't know if there's like a campaign or a petition to make this happen, but give this to me straight here, Lyle. If 0 is totally straight and 10 is really gay, where does Miles sit on the scale?
maybe a 6.
Woo!
That just crushed all my rebuttals to Lauren.
That's
because
kind of
I've been
amazing.
like, he is not. He's a 0. He just has
You know,
That's 1/5. Like, let's not.
I
get
know,
too
he's like,
excited.
calm down, Lauren.
Yeah.
But look at this. I'm overanalyzing. Like, look
Yeah.
at these lovebirds. Look at you guys at the pool. You're basically wearing matching outfits, which all couples in love do by accident.
You know what?
They're matching. I didn't even.
Look at it, yeah. You're like kind of like, you know, complimentary
I'm like,
colors,
where is that?
varsity jackets. Anyways.
Although I love when you guys sit in the pool,
Look.
right? Because I feel like the straight character's just like, I don't care. And like,
Yeah.
his legs are all wet. But I love, like, Tristan's like, don't want to get wet.
Oh, they kept falling down that day, and I was like,
They were
always
too
hiking them up.
loose.
Yeah, they're skinny jeans, and I
Yeah.
was like hiking them up all day, but
Okay,
yeah.
speaking about style here, you know, who do you think dresses better, you or Tristan?
Oh, me.
This is like a little too flashy for maybe Degrassi because people would be
Have
like,
you
well,
felt this?
Well, this is Versace.
oh, well, excuse me, Lyle.
But no, Tristan wears too many colors all in one. Like me personally, like I wear something bright, I'm gonna wear all black with the rest. That's like my own style.
Love it.
You
But
have
yeah.
great style.
It's
You have
chic.
great style.
Thank you.
Chic.
So, you know, I was on your Twitter account recently. I know.
Oh, no.
And I was looking at your tweets. I was tweet stalking you. And here's what you tweeted. My childhood hero and one of the biggest reasons I wanted to be on TV finally got Twitter. Love at real SMG. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes, how deep does this love really go?
Tell us about this.
So like there's a few people I can't talk about for too long without getting choked up.
Oh.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is one of them. She was like my childhood hero. Like, you know, some people had Spider-Man, some people had Batman, and I had Buffy the Vampire
So
Slayer.
it is the Buffy.
Right? Anyone else? Buffy the
It is
Vampire
Buffy.
Slayer. She was like the best. And if anyone wants to, like, you know, tweet her and tell her to tweet at me.
Yeah, you need to get
That's
tweeted
okay,
by at
but-
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, like that would make my life.
Okay, but even better than this, you hung out with Brody Jenner at your birthday party. You tweeted about this too. Happy belated, by the
Oh,
way. So what happened when you hung out with Brody Jenner?
Well, first of all, Music Nightclub in Toronto
Yeah.
threw me my birthday party, which was the best birthday party ever. They were honestly so great, and like they gave me the best room and everything. And it just happened that Brody was going to be there too, and he just like he said happy birthday to me, and yeah, there's lots of thirsty people there.
Well, I was just gonna say, did he get sloppy?
That is awesome.
There-
All right,
yeah.
dude, thank you for joining us.
Thank
we had a
you
great
for having
time. You looked amazing. We love you. And if you also want to hang out with Lyle or any of your other favorite Degrassi cast members, you can make that happen by going to mtv.ca/rbc to enter.
All right, coming up, I have a new Degrassi crush, and you need to get on board. Come back to find out who it is. coming to you right now, everybody. All my friends watching, I have a new crush at Degrassi. No, it is not you, Adamo. You're no longer at Degrassi. You're on after Degrassi. Okay. His name is Chewy, a.k.a. Winston Chew. And I heard some cheers for Winston Chew. I mean, we saw him come into Degrassi, and he was a little timid, but like funny and sarcastic. But today, he was just shining like a star, the star he was born to be.
She's in love with him.
He very well should be the host of Degrassi TV, even though he got the job for the wrong reasons. He has all the makings of a perfect, hilarious, well-spoken, opinionated TV host.
Look at her go. She's in love with. You are totally like man-attracted to him.
I am man-attracted to Winston. I mean, how can you resist this?
I think.
Love it. Sneeze all over me.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think it works perfectly because he's the host of Degrassi TV. You're a host. Y'all can like, the writers are here. We can pitch it to them that, you can like, date
Now, I
them.
have already done a cameo on Degrassi. However, I think 2 Asian TV hosts on a show in Canada, never been done. Let's make it happen.
Degrassi TV.
That's what Degrassi TV is all about. Anyway,
future.
I'm rooting for this guy. He also needs to find a girl eventually. So anyway, Winston, come on by. Call me.
Lauren's
Come and
waiting.
hang out with us. Okay.
Lauren's waiting.
Thank you so much for filling in for
Thank
Phoebe.
you. I had such a great
You did
time.
the bestest
I had a blast
job
hanging out with
ever.
you. Now remember, Degrassi next week. I think we only have what? Is it like 7 more sleeps?
Only 7 more sleeps, people, until this
There's
scene
something
you're
very
about to
dramatic.
see. It gets me really upset, and this girl's crying in the front row. Okay, this is what's happening, and just hold your breath. 7 more
I don't know what
sleeps
is going to happen,
until
but check this out. Drama. Here we go.
We need to talk.
Talk? Why do we need to do that? Can't we just go home instead?
Nope. You're gonna stay right here until I'm done talking. Somebody's dealing roids and jeopardizing the entire team.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The fact that you spill pills everywhere confirms that. The league conducts random drug tests. So I'm gonna need you to stop. Otherwise, we're gonna have a serious problem. And believe me, you don't want us to have a serious problem.